How to deal with inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a natural process that helps your body heal and defend itself from harm. However, inflammation is harmful if it becomes chronic. Chronic inflammation may last for weeks, months, or years, and may lead to various health problems. That said, there are many things you can do to reduce inflammation and improve your overall health. This article outlines a detailed plan for an anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle. What is inflammation? Inflammation is your body's way of protecting itself from infection, illness, or injury. As part of the inflammatory response, your body increases its production of white blood cells, immune cells, and substances called cytokines that help fight infection. Classic signs of acute, short-term inflammation include redness, pain, heat, and swelling. On the other hand, chronic, long-term inflammation often occurs inside your body without any noticeable symptoms. This type of inflammation can drive illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, fatty liver disease, and cancer. Chronic inflammation can also happen when people are obese or under stress. When doctors look for inflammation, they test for a few markers in your blood, including C-reactive protein, CRP, homocysteine, TNF-alpha, and IL-6. What causes it? Certain lifestyle factors, especially habitual ones, can promote inflammation. Consuming high amounts of sugar and high fructose corn syrup is particularly harmful. It can lead to insulin resistance, diabetes, and obesity. Scientists have also hypothesized that consuming a lot of refined carbs, such as white bread, may contribute to inflammation, insulin resistance, and obesity. What's more, eating processed and packaged foods that contain trans fats have been shown to promote inflammation and damage the endothelial cells that line your arteries. The FDA has deemed trans fats no longer generally recognized as safe, so most foods should no longer have trans fats. Vegetable oils used in many processed foods are another possible culprit. Regular consumption may result in an imbalance of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, which some scientists believe may promote inflammation. Excessive intake of alcohol and processed meat can also have inflammatory effects on your body. Additionally, an inactive lifestyle that includes a lot of sitting is a major non-dietary factor that can promote inflammation. The role of your diet. If you want to reduce inflammation, eat fewer inflammatory foods and more anti-inflammatory foods. Base your diet on whole, nutrient-dense foods that contain antioxidants, and avoid highly processed products with lots of added sugar and oils. Antioxidants work by reducing levels of free radicals. These reactive molecules are created as a natural part of your metabolism but can lead to inflammation when they're not held in check. Your anti-inflammatory diet should provide a healthy balance of protein, carbs, and fat at each meal. Make sure you also meet your body's needs for vitamins, minerals, fiber, and water. One diet considered anti-inflammatory is the Mediterranean diet, which has been shown to reduce inflammatory markers, such as CRP and IL-6. A low-carb diet also reduces inflammation, particularly for people with obesity or metabolic syndrome. Foods to avoid. Some foods are associated with an increased risk of chronic inflammation. Consider minimizing sugary beverages, sugar-sweetened drinks and fruit juices, refined carbs, white bread, white pasta, etc. Desserts, cookies, candy, cake, and ice cream. Processed meat, hot dogs, bologna, sausages, etc. Processed snack foods, crackers, chips, and pretzels. Certain oils, processed seed and vegetable oils like soybean and corn oil. Alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption. One-day sample menu. It's easier to stick to a diet when you have a plan. Here's a great sample menu to start you out, featuring a day of anti-inflammatory meals. Breakfast. 3-egg omelet with 1 cup, 110 grams, of mushrooms and 1 cup, 67 grams, of kale, cooked in olive oil. 1 cup, 225 grams, of cherries. Green tea and/or water. Lunch. Grilled salmon on a bed of mixed greens with olive oil and vinegar. 1 cup, 125 grams, of raspberries, topped with plain Greek yogurt and chopped pecans. Unsweetened iced tea, water. Snack. Bell pepper strips with guacamole. Dinner. Chicken curry with sweet potatoes, cauliflower, and broccoli. Red wine, 5 to 10 ounces or 140 to 280 milliliters. 1 ounce, 30 grams, of dark chocolate, preferably at least 80% cocoa. Other helpful tips. Once you have your healthy menu organized, Make sure you incorporate these other good habits of an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Supplements. Certain supplements may reduce inflammation, including fish oil and curcumin. Regular exercise. Exercise can decrease inflammatory markers and your risk of chronic disease. Sleep. Getting enough sleep is extremely important. Researchers have found that a poor night's sleep increases inflammation. Rewards of an improved lifestyle. An anti-inflammatory diet, along with exercise and good sleep, may provide many benefits. Improvement of symptoms of arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, lupus, and other autoimmune disorders. Decreased risk of obesity, heart disease, diabetes, depression, cancer, and other diseases. Reduction in inflammatory markers in your blood. Better blood sugar, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. Improvement in energy and mood. The bottom line. Chronic inflammation is unhealthy and can lead to disease. In many cases, your diet and lifestyle drive inflammation or worsen it. You should aim to choose anti-inflammatory foods for optimal health and well-being, lowering your risk of disease and improving your quality of life. One of the reasons that added sugars are harmful is that they can increase inflammation, which can lead to disease. In one study, mice fed high sucrose diets developed breast cancer that spread to their lungs, partly due to the inflammatory response to sugar. In another 2011 study, the anti-inflammatory effects of omega-3 fatty acids were impaired in mice fed a high-sugar diet. What's more, in a randomized clinical trial in which people drank regular soda, diet soda, milk, or water, only those in the regular soda group had increased levels of uric acid, which drives inflammation and insulin resistance. Sugar can also be harmful because it supplies excess amounts of fructose. While the small amounts of fructose in fruits and vegetables are fine, consuming large amounts from added sugars can negatively affect health. Eating a lot of fructose has been linked to obesity, insulin resistance, diabetes, fatty liver disease, cancer, and chronic kidney disease. Also, researchers have noted that fructose causes inflammation within the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels, which is a risk factor for heart disease. High fructose intake has likewise been shown to increase several inflammatory markers in mice and humans. Foods high in added sugar include candy, chocolate, soft drinks, cakes, cookies, donuts, sweet pastries, and certain cereals. This is because certain high-heat cooking methods, including frying, can increase the production of harmful compounds like advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which can drive inflammation and contribute to chronic disease. Frying may also increase the amount of trans fats in cooking oils, which can also promote inflammation. Some research suggests that fried foods can influence the composition of the gut microbiome, which could increase levels of inflammation. Additionally, other studies have found that fried food consumption may be associated with an increased risk of developing and dying from heart disease. Researchers suggest that the refined carbs in the modern diet may encourage the growth of inflammatory gut bacteria that can increase your risk of obesity and inflammatory bowel disease. Refined carbs have a higher glycemic index, GI, than unprocessed ones. High GI foods raise blood sugar more rapidly than low GI foods. In one study, children and adolescents with cystic fibrosis who followed a low GI diet for 3 months experienced significant reductions in markers of inflammation compared to a control group. Another review had similar findings, reporting that a low GI diet could decrease levels of interleukin-6, a marker of inflammation, more effectively than a high GI diet in people with diabetes. Refined carbohydrates are found in candy, bread, pasta, pastries, some cereals, cookies, cakes, sugary soft drinks, and all processed foods that contain added sugar or flour. Like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.